Welcome back to more Season 3 action here, Div 2, otherwise known as Division 2. Fox Gaming Youth against 6. Fox Gaming Youth looking the goods last game. Damn. They had a really good draft, and then their execution was 5 out of 7. It was solid, it was good enough. You know, they generated a lead, they took advantage when they found 6 out of position and they pushed down that top lane of Rax. And now we got game 2, so... Oh, okay. Now, Meme Bane is dead. But looks like 6 have a strat in mind. They've gone Bane Spirit Breaker straight off the bat. Conquer for Fox Gaming Youth. The Admiral. I live in hope that we will one day see a attacker style Conquer mid.
5 seconds.
Armlet. Double Daedalus. Rapier. You know what I mean. That's what's up. Shit. I don't think it's going to happen. Between you and me, there's just so many other better heroes that you could have mid. There's nothing against one attack ultra kills. Cleave ultra kills. Still, it's just not the best. So we now have a minute left, and Fox Gaming, maybe their first pick in the first phase, they're going to go Jakiro. Rid of the two-headed dragon. Kind of nice against the Bane. You've got a long-range interrupt for the Nightmare. It's also not bad against Spirit Breaker either, because Ice Path, when it's on the ground, will interrupt a charge if he happens to charge across it. So, you know, some good abilities. Bit of tower push as well. Kind of nice. It's always nice, actually. It's not kind of nice. But the bans. We'll talk about the bans. Invoker, Nature's Prophet, Earthshaker, Beastmaster, Night Stalker, Marana, Winter Wyvern, Clockwork, and Viper thus far. Pretty standard bans, I would say. The Marana, Nature's Prophet, Earthshaker, all being taken away from the last game. The Winter Wyvern as well, actually. Fox Gaming, they picked it up and they don't want to play against it. Okay, Brewmaster. So it's going to be a Riv Brewmaster. Let's hope he can play that hero better than he can play Park. Riv. Definitely not your knight. Because it seemed like you didn't have enough fingers for all your keys.
5 seconds remaining.
Oh boy. Import he just caught him out so many times. It was once it was excusable. By the third or the fourth time I was like, come on dude. Like, I'm just watching the game and I'm getting triggered. I don't know about your teammates, but stop it, please. I'm sure he would argue that it's some high MMR thing that I just don't understand. And he'd be right, I don't understand tactical feeding. 20 seconds remaining, and, well, this is the second phase of picks. We have the Centaur War Runner. Okay. Bit of Donkey Boy action. Brewmaster's actually been hellishly popular in the pros.
10 seconds.
Once you get 6, it's pretty much a free kill if you can micro the hero, which in these kinds of organized games you would expect that they can micro the hero. It's a free kill. Like you just throw the stone at him, get the fire panda on top of him, and then right click him. It's, you know, it's pretty straightforward, especially if you manage to get your clap off on them to start with. Even better, get a clap and a W. Oh, okay. This could be interesting. Weaver. Weaver lane against a Centaur, he could just straight up lose. It's an interesting matchup. Well, it depends on how well the Weaver kites. The Weaver gets hit with a double edge, it's pretty much lane lost. So the Weaver does not have enough HP to really take through that kind of stuff. So 20 seconds remaining, and still 2 picks and a ban for Fox.Y. What do they take here? You would think the Central War Runner is going to go off lane in the position 3, and the Jakira and the Kunkka are going to split the 4 and 5 rolls. Oh, okay. That's a hero. Arc Warden. That's a very interesting hero, actually. Push is good defensively as well. You know, it's going to make it hard for the Weaver to siege, because the Weaver is fairly short range, and by the time you put the bubble down, you know, behind the tower, the Weaver just has to get out of position, which then opens the door for, you know, an Ice Path, potentially Stampede into Stomp or Blink into Stomp. X marks. You know, there's some answers there to the Weaver. But the other thing is, how do they deal, and this is Fox Gaming Youth I'm talking about, how do they deal with just the run-at-you nature of the 6th lineup? You know, the Spirit Breaker's just going to be charging in, the Bane's going to be nightmaring and Wing people and sucking their brains out. The Brewers, you know, that's always a lot of damage on a low cooldown. The Split is not a long cooldown at all, and well, Weaver is generally always ready to fight because time lapse as well. It's fairly low cooldown. You're going to have the Electric Mexican. This is going to be a safe lane Arc Warden. What? Alright. Fair enough. Input must be feeling it. But the Puck's going to be banned, as well as the CK. 6 clearly don't want to play against that hero again, and well, neither would I in their position, because it really won the game for Fox Gaming Youth. They certainly set it up for Input to win it, and well, he did. So minute 40 now on the clock for 6. It's going to be their last pick. You would imagine it's going to be their mid laner, with the Weaver going to the safe lane, the Brewmaster to the off lane, Spirit Breaker into the 4, and then the Bane will play the hard support. On the other side, I would say it would be the Jakiro playing the hard support with the Kunkka roaming. I must say, I really don't like hard 5-position Jakiro or Bane. So both teams are kind of even in that regard. 50 seconds now. 6 certainly taking their time with this. Probably just to trigger me. No. They heard me. Oh, okay. Nice pick. And something you'll notice is they all the heroes can take advantage of an Ags. So Miami's going to go mid with the Alchemist, lead the masses on the Weaver, Riv on the Brewmaster, Chocolate Malcolm's going to be on the Spirit Breaker, and Yabster on the Bane, Killer Rule on the Kunkka Fierce, the Jakiro Spag, the Central War Runner, Input on the Arc Warden, and Tool Belt is going to be on Zippity Zappity in the mid lane. So game 2 is swiftly approaching us, and my pick is like, I want this to be a 2-0. I really do. But I think that the team of 6 is going to have this, because they've got some nice early game, and they've also got some good late game. I feel like the Alchemist is potentially just going to take over and steamroll at the end of the day. So let's jump in the game and let's find out what is actually going to happen. Enough of me shooting the shit and making things up. Pulling things out of the proverbial. We'll find out what's going to happen here. Can anyone upgrade the courier? Indeed. Maybe a Kellaroo Kunkka. It looks like we may have another aggro tri-lane. Potentially okay. Weaver does much better in the tri-lanes though than a Spectre does. It still isn't the strongest. Definitely not the strongest at all. So let's get some last hits up. And let's see how things are going to turn out. Riv's going to be boots first on the Broomer. So this is a common thing we've seen from offlaners, is just to go boots. Go boots, go straight away with some movement speed. And I really like it. I tried it the other day, and yeah, I was a fan. It felt good to be able to maneuver a little bit better, especially early against supports that generally don't have boots. The Spirit Breaker, no boots. The Bane, no boots. The Bane does have 310 movement speed at level 1. What the fuck? That's a speedy Bane. The Centaur is 300 movement speed, and well, this is going to be problematic for him, and potentially 2 bounty runes for the Alchemist. This could be really, really good for the Alch, actually. Spag. He's thinking about it. He's going to back up, but they are going to get 2 runes for the Alch. And I want to have a look at this net worth. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh yeah, that's the business. Alchemist players, man. So this mid lane is going to be an interesting one. The Storm Spirit isn't really that good against Alchemist, and the Alchemist really doesn't give a shit, especially with the Bane here. It's just going to be brain sapping the shit out of the tool belt. It's going to be fairly triggering, I would say. Miami Rules also has the Quelling Blade, so it's going to help him last hit. Alchemist is pretty shitty in terms of base damage, and well, Lead the Masses is just going to be solo here against the tri lane, and well, Spag is going to be up against the dual lane again. And the thing is, this dual lane is probably a little bit stronger than the last one, because you get a good bash, you get a good clap. It is possible this Centaur War Runner dies. It looks like Yamster is just securing the Alchemist here a good early start. I like this this plan. Buy 6, secure the Alchemist early game, get him some stuff, and then let him do his thing. And well, it's just going to it's going to mean good things for 6 if they can get this Alchemist away, get him his Soul Ring, get him his boots, get him a good level 5, level 6 timing. He's going to be in a good spot. And it's going to be a task and a half for input to. Well, he got that CS. What a player! Yeah, it's going to be a task and a half for him to keep up an Alchemist in farm. Generally speaking, I would say it's not going to happen because it's an Alchemist. Oh, Spag getting charged, and Chocolate Malcolm is getting a little bit low. Spag did bring a lot of regen to lane. I noticed he had 10 tangos and a salve. Oh, meanwhile, I'm missing stuff. Bane had rotated top, and well, he feeds first blood to input. There was a charge onto said input. He could be in trouble. This mid ward will spot out the charge though. So right now, are they going to fight this? They're posturing. No. Chocolate Malcolm. Pussy's out. What a little bitch. It was seen and noted, Malcolm. You pussied out on that charge. Killaroo, meanwhile, is going to actually catch him. He has boots. That's a big movement speed advantage over the Space Cow. I don't think he can solo him, though. He has way too much armor and HP. Tanky bloody hero, this one. Killaroo is going to wallop him in the butt all the way home. He's just spanking him right now. And run, little bitch, run. And that means the Bane is going to translate in. No poor man's shield anymore, so that's going to make things a little bit harder for Miami. But he does have 2 points in acid now, and well, we're just going to play Ring Around the Rosie with the Storm Spirit, and that's going to be fun times. Oh, that damage. Tool belt. That's very, very close to being a kill there. All the Alchemist really has to do, though, is get his 6, survive the lane, don't die, and his job is done. He's not really expected to win that mid lane. He's just expected to get levels and a little bit of farm, which he's getting. He's on top of the net worth, which is good. Chocolate Malcolm's just going to attempt to put the clamps on Tool Belt. It's not going to work. And this is the thing I was wondering about. Does Miami bother running around for runes and whatnot? It looks like he is going to bother. I suppose it is 250 gold. Well, it was for the first runes. That's only 145. So it seems like the first runes are worth a little bit more, which makes sense because the first runes are worth 100 gold and they go down after that. Meanwhile, charge on the bottom lane. Chocolate Malcolm running at the Centaur. That's a level 5 Centaur. That's 2 points in double edge. He better be careful. Oh, meanwhile, I'm being bad. The Masses did get a return kill there, and well, he's going for it right now. He wants to kill a Roo. I don't think he can get it though. He's not going to get it done. Go back mid, see what's happening. Input, getting a few kills. That's going to help him keep up with the Alchemist. 3 points in Greevil's Greed. Damn. And well, that's going to be another kill for Input, but he is going to die. Has a Fairy Fire, elects not to use it. Here comes the Space Cow. He's going to bash both. Happy days. Lead the Masses. He's going to take a lot of damage from the fire, though. The two-headed dragon is putting the hurt on. So is Chocolate Malcolm. He's getting his own back for the Larrap up to the tier 2 that he received just before. Well, Fierce is going to get that kill, and Lead the Masses is going to have to TP out with the Arc Warden coming back into lane. I think it's time I kicked back here and started to relax into this game. Miami's doing okay. He's getting farm, like I said, and getting levels. He's got his level 6. He's working towards Armlet. Still very, very good on Alchemist. That naturally insane regen that he gets from Chemical Rage. It's very, very nice. Balances out the health drain from the whatever it's called. What is it called? Unholy Rage or something? Not Unholy Rage, is it? The active from the armlet. Anyway, so Miami just farming up now, and we're probably going to see him start to do jungle rotations with someone else taking the mid lane. Yapster is already there, and this top tower is taking a hurting. And that's an early Deso from... Oh shit. That's an early Blightstone from Fierce. Shit, dude. What? What? Now that's a sign of intent, I would say. That's what that's called. Oh, they're going to start to drop some abilities on Lead the Masses. He is going to get a little bit of trouble. He's going to get X-Backed into the Ice Path. The Dual Breath is going to hit, and it's going to force Lead the Masses to commit the time lapse. But he is going to get the return kill on Fierce, who overplays his hand. He was way too in there. He was into the booty, up to his eyebrows. Oh, he loved it, I know, but Lead the Masses is just going to duke this out. And he's a little worried about the Weaver. They don't have, that much hard lockdown for him. And the bug might just run around crazy and not be stopped. Fierce is going to take that top tower pretty quickly, and that's 2 points in liquid fire, so some good pushing power there. Chocolate Malcolm hasn't really got much done up till now, but the last Spirit Breaker game we casted, it was a little bit later the timing. He really started getting involved, and Fierce is dead again. He's going to get charged down, and it's going to be uphill from Lead the Masses. Oh, in comes Tool Belt. It's a very nice 3-man overload proc. Oop, there's Stampede. Spags in. Torrent is going to hit. He gets Tornadoed. I knew what I was on about. Tool Belt is going to get that kill. They're going to look for the Weaver now. There's no detection. the player to spit is going to end. The clap hits, the double edge hits. He takes a lot of damage. Spag getting a bit low. Lead Masses is in again, and he's out again. The Weaver Sakuchi just allowing him such mobility and freedom in the fights just to move around and do whatever the hell he wants. Even though they lose that fight, still ends up okay, I would say. Yes. Pump fakes the dual breath. It looks like we are going to see a Kaya onto the Storm Spirit. So, interesting times. Meanwhile, Alchemist, Armlet, Radiance, queued up.
Radiant's bottom tower faces a stiff win.
It's going to be good times. It's going to be one of those games. Meanwhile, Spag is most of the way to a Blink Dagger. Only needs another 750 gold, and he'll be there. 2 points in Double Edge. Well, 3 points in Double Edge, rather, and 3 points in Hoof Stomp. This is an interesting build. A lot of damage, that's for sure. A lot of nuke. And Fierce, well, he's just pushing down a wave, and well, he hasn't been punished yet.
2 goes into 6.
The Masses has his treads finished. Going into Diffusal Blade next for the Weaver. Killer Brew is mid. He's getting a bit of me time, getting a little bit of farm, which is nice. Always nice on the sport. Well, Miami's back mid. He's going to have Chemical Rage up in a sec, so we'd expect him to push this lane out again and then rotate back through the jungle. Keep working on that Radiance timing. Maxed out Gribble Greed now, so he's going to be farming at a pretty good rate. Maxed out Acid Spray as well, so plenty of damage and plenty of minus armor to help. Oh wow, Fierce, you are in the wrong neighborhood, son. That is a mistake, I would say. He had no reason to be up there, and well, it backfires big time on him. Meanwhile, Riv has the treads, has the Soul Ring. He's queued up the Blink Dagger for the next item. Yeah, still way away from level 6. Malcolm does have it. We saw it committed in the last fight. Looks like we're going to see a charge top onto input. He kind of knows. He smells it. And Chocolate Malcolm's going to pull out of it. Riv getting some farm on. The real issue is this Alchemist. Because right now he's getting a lot of space, and well, the Radiance timing is going to be very, very good. He's going to miss the stack there. He should have pulled that down, I believe. Yeah, come this way with it. Get you the stack timing. Chocolate Malcolm's going to die here. And, well, that's the thing. I'm missing all the kills. Kaya is finished.
Dire's middle tower
Happy times for a Storm Spirit. Now what he goes next? Does he go Bloodstone? Oh, meanwhile, Spag in a world of hurt bottom. He's going to try and duke it out. The Fierce Ice Path is going to help somewhat. Spag has Stampede now. Fierce is in very deep though. He could be in trouble. The boat going to keep him alive for a little bit. He's going to buff off a lot of the damage. Spag is kind of in the trees. He's hanging around. There's the jump and the stomp. The jump from Tool Belt as well. He's going to pick up one. It's 2 for 1 right now. Riv, the split ends. Input gets the Q off onto Chocolate Malcolm, which means he's not walking that off. And Tool Belt can't find anything else for the moment. What is it? Flux? Yeah, Flux. I couldn't think of it in the heat of the moment. But now we've nice little fight there for Fox. Take the fight, and they save Spag, and they also kill a couple of heroes. Still, the Alchemist farms.
Dire's bottom tower is about to flounder.
So Input has the Midas finished for both him and his Tempest Level. Here comes Chocolate Malcolm. Input is in a world of pain though. He is in the wrong neighbourhood. That's a grip from Yapster as well, and that's his level 6. He's very tanky though. Surprisingly tanky for an Arc Warden. Spag jumps in, gets the stomp off. Arc Warden is being controlled up. There are TPs coming. The boat's going to hit. He's going to live for the moment. Riv in trouble. Spag has the blink. He's going to double edge him. Laser Horse says no. Wow. That was surprising. I thought Input was dead to rights there, and well, he somehow survives by the good graces of Spag and also Fierce, rotating in and saving his booty. Looks like we are going to see a Bloodstone for the Storm Spirit. Interesting. Oh, the deny! What a player. What a player. So it puts the it puts Fox Youth in a better spot in terms of objectives.
Radiant's bottom tower is staggering.
Like a drunk sailor.
The thing's a little bit quiet on the map right now. Alchemist is still farming away, and well, he's got Radiance, and that's a 15-minute Radiance, so not too bad. It's not the greatest Radiance timing ever, but well, right now they're going to be strong, and they are going to smoke and fight on the back of the Radiance. So I'd have expected, and I wonder if Fox Gaming are going to sniff this one out. It doesn't look like it. Killaroo is just going to get charged down, and Spag is in. He's going to help. There's the Torrent. It's going to hit on two. This is a great little fight. And wow, it's actually going to work out very nicely for them. The Alchemist is in, though, as the Unstable Concoction being channeled. He's being kited right now, though. Radiance or no, the Ice Path is going to hit, and well, that Alchemist is going to die. Very, very nice fight. And is it going to be yet another one? Yabster in trouble. Spag gets in front of him. In comes Coolbelt with a long zip, and Yabster is going to die as well. That's 4 for 1. Damn. That did not go the way that 6 was expecting. That is for sure. Going to do a very good job actually keeping the catapult alive here. That tower is definitely going to fall though. With Fierce there, with max liquid fire, that was never going to survive. There was no defending that tower. And Toolbelt doing okay on the Storm Spirit, 3 out of 3. Here comes Chocolate Malcolm. He wants the booty. He's charging through the river. Oh, there's a split. Input in trouble again. He's going to get clapped in a second. There it is. Fierce gets gripped. This fight is not going the way they wanted to. Killaroo, though, he's going to get a return kill. In comes Stillbell. That's a long zip. The Nightmare hits him. He's in trouble now. He's not going anywhere. And, well, where's the Alchemist? He's mid lane, so it's just a fight on in between who's here. And Lead the Masses is has the Diffusal Blade, so this is going to make it painful for Toolbelt, and I don't think he gets out of this one. He's going to try and juke it through the trees. He's not going to get there, and that's 5 for 2. And so, it goes the other way. And the Alchemist just took the mid lane. And has some BO2s finished, no worries. Just Alchemist things, you know. I'm really questioning the Alch. Not the Alch, but the Arc Warden against the Alch. My wrist is killing me as well, so. Good time for a break. The Arc Warden does farm fast, but he's just not on the same level as an Alchemist. Especially an Alchemist now with bots and Radiance, it's just It feels like they're going to get further and further behind, even though they're up right now in terms of objectives, 3-2. 3 towers to 2, that is. Not ideal either that the Storm Spirit dies in that engagement. Especially considering he's working towards a Bloodstone. It just doesn't... It's going to be a late Bloodstone because he went KF first. .20 damage... Nothing really interesting there. What about the Arc Warden? What has he got? Attack speed, health, flux duration, CDR, attack range, 30% lifesteal? Damn. We'll make him unkillable. Because he's right-click and stuff, there's no killing that. Especially if he goes like Satanic on top of that. Just like 60% passive lifesteal and then 200 at burst. Could be good. Could be horrible too. So Lead the Masses is going to go with a Dragon Lance next for the Weaver. Did mention earlier how he's quite a short range hero, so that'll help him move around, and more with the Diffusal Blade as well. It's going to be a pain to deal with that Weaver. A little bit of extra tank also doesn't go far on the bug. Thank God Killaroo is so nice and happy to wait for the Alchemist to rejoin us.
Radiant's bottom tower faces a stiff wind.
Radiant fortified their structures.
This Radiance though,
Attack the heroes.
Radiant's bottom tower.
you can see from the net worth, it's just going to get out of control. Ooh, tool belt. He's just in. I don't know why. He's going to get controlled here. Nope, he's going to zip away. It does have the blink, but nothing really to control with. And that is Stampede down for protection only. So Fierce and Spag are on the Alchemist mid lane, but Fierce has left himself with no way out, and he's going to get charged up and killed. This is bad. Spag is going to get the blink away, but he has no charge now. By charge I mean Stampede, and well, Lead the Masses is just going to go after him. Oh, the long range Nether Strike connects, and that's a dead Centaur. Oh, is this just a chain feed? I think it is. And here comes the run at you, Dota. Divide, divide, divide. Storm Spirit has been gripped, and well, this is going to be a dead Electric Mexican as well. Choo choo, all aboard the feed train. Well, the game is hard when you throw yourselves at the enemies one by one. And all of a sudden, 6 are barreling down the mid lane. Yes, with the Ice Path, he's going to try and hold them up a little bit. Bubble is going to make things hard. Good ability, that one. And the Macro Pyro is going to de-push the wave, so that'll spell the end of that push. Spag has his Force Staff as well as his Blink. Going to be working in towards an Ags, okay. Not, I don't know about that one. I feel like they're just going to need more damage. I feel like if the Alchemist picks up another 1 or 2 items, they're just not going to kill him, especially with the level 18 rather. Chemical Rage. I question how much DPS they're going to have and whether they can bring enough to bear to bring the Alch down. Riv is in an interesting spot. So he's partially AFK. He hasn't realised, and he's going to die. The net worth difference is 4k at the moment, but you can see that's mostly on the Alchemist. And Alchemist is supposed to be in front. Speaking of said Alchemist, is he going like Octarine or something? has his Shadow Blade, and there is a Midas on the courier as well. So someone thinking late game. Tool Belt is looking for the Bloodstone still. This tower is going to melt pretty fast. The fort will hold it a little bit. It looks like they're going to think about... yeah, they're going to try and defend this. I think the Masters is in on the side. He's going to get zipped on by Tool Belt. Tool Belt is going to get nightmared. Nice path. He's going to break up the fight. It's pretty nicely placed. The boat is going to hit on 4. Very nice boat by Killer Roo. But they all live through it, and they're all just trying to disengage now. It looks like Fierce is going to die for his sins. And Killer Roo has been caught as well. He's in trouble. Damn, that's a lot of damage. And that is not the engagement that Fox Youth were looking for. That was definitely not what they wanted there. I think the Masters has found an Electric Mexican, but he's going to walk that off. He's fine. And we can see already the damage issues are there. They are struggling to kill anybody in these fights. The moment that stampede was popped, it was run away, run away, run away. You know, they never took that fight. Shadow Blade now. What is this, 2K? Well, there's an Aegis, and it'll be an interesting couple of minutes. I don't really think that Fox Youth can take a fight, and if that's the case, well, they're only going to fall further and further behind in net worth as the Alchemist continues to farm away. Even taking Ancients, that's so good for him. And very, very problematic for Fox Gaming Youth. Bag is in an interesting spot here. He may get gripped. He's going to spot it. He's going to dispel the smoke as well. Posturing up around the bottom there. So there's going to be a Lincoln Sphere for the Weaverino. Fierce is in position, but I don't think that they can really kill it. They need a lot of hold to kill the Weaver before he gets the time lapse off. Spag and also Input are rotating top though. So we're going to have a Hurricane Pike for Input on the Arc Warden. Maybe the next item. Meanwhile, 6 are posturing around this tier 2 bottom. So they are wanting to tank this. Nice move. The Grip Wave's in a good position for them as well, so they're pretty much going to tank this without a trade. Oops, sending in a clone. It looks like he's just going to battle the Alchemist. He does do some good damage. Meanwhile, I'm missing stuff. Orin is going to hit on a couple. So they will get out while the Alchemist just pushes, but it seems like they've manipulated. Yeah, it looks like they've manipulated 6 into the ray, place that they wanted them, and then they bring no detection to find the Alchemist. Gets in the trees and TP's out. Killer Roo, on the other hand, is charged up. Chocolate Malcolm just using that as a free trip across the map. So we're going to have Manta style, so it is going to be a split pushing Alchemist. Blech. What's wrong with Desolator Basher Alchemist? Come on. Oh, he's going to hit the unstable concoction, and well, there goes Fierce. He's dead. I thought Fierce was going to back there for a second, and instead walks forward into it and ends up dying. And it looks like this is going to be another tier 2. The 6 look to just be systematically removing objectives from the map now, and Miami is taking a bit of chip damage here, and it's going to make things interesting. As his armlet, it's going to be popped by the Centaur Snob of all things. It does about 30 damage. Well, it does 250, but you know what I mean. It's not exactly the most... Oh, look at this. Wrong chap.
Regeneration.
Thanks to you. Bounty.
He's just stunned himself as well.
Stupendous.
What a noob. Anyway, false GGs aside, they're posturing up now. The Alchemist doesn't have his Aegis anymore. There goes Tool Belt. He's going to get the full off, and they're going to drop everything on the Alchemist, and they're going to get the kill. Very, very nice there. Very, very nice indeed. Let's slow things down, slow the bleeding, allow them perhaps to get some map control back. You can see the dire vision right now is very, very strong, holding a nice line here in the Radiant jungle. So they're going to try and turn this into a push. Input has the level 18. He's gone for 350 health rather than flux duration. To be honest with you, I haven't played Arc Warden since the patch, so I haven't looked into it yet. Spag is just going to pull the creeps off the tower.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Plus 15%. What? That's obnoxious. Plus 250 double edge damage. Why am I only just finding out about this now? That's a 650 damage nuke! Or 20 strength. What the fuck? Alright, Centaur is officially the hero I need to play next in the patch. That seems very, very strong. So the Storm Spirit now has his Bloodstone. He's getting there. 28 minutes, but can't help but feel like it's a little bit too little, too late. And I question the other item as well. I like the Orchid. So the Orchid goes into Bloodthorn, and that's pretty much one of the only ways you're going to kill an Alchemist with items. You really, really need that damage amp and that ability to, really put the hurt onto a single target. Right now, that seems what they're missing. Yabsters out in front. Tool Belt might take the gank here. He finds Miami. Oh, he's right in front of Yabster as well. But the Electric Mexican does his job, and they get out fine. Looks like they're going to spend this time, and they're going to try and push top here. Input is there, and he's going to give it his all. Throws down the bubble. Pushing as hard as he can. Has the Tempest double as well. Double bubble. Double trouble. And this tower is just gone. Yabster is going to get hit, and it looks like Fierce is going to be the sacrificial lamb again. So Input is trying to kill Yabster right now. Unfortunately, it's not going to work out for him. Ooh, Chocolate Malcolm has been found by Tool Belt, and that's a free charge. And a DD as well. I don't think he wanted to fight that one. I think mistakes were made, and decisions were regretted. Oh, hand of Midas on Riv. That'll help him. He's died 5 times again this game.
Balance the scale.
Oh boy. Anyway, fun times. We have 250 health on the Alchemist and unstable concoction damage. Okay.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So the Alchemist, despite having an entire talent dedicated to net worth, he's only 3,000 gold in front of Input on the Arc Warden. A pretty strong game right now. I wonder if Spag goes the double edge damage. Please tell me he does. Double edge damage plus the.
Dire's middle tower is drowning.
Oh, he wants it. But Malcolm, have you made a mistake? I feel like you have. And again, mistakes were made and decisions were regretted. River's working on his BKB. That's going to be very nice for getting the split off. It's going to be very, very important for the later fights to control up a hero. And I feel like if Fox Youth can get the setup that they want, because each fight they've just been run over. But if they can get something that's nicely structured, a fight that... ooh, Spag is in trouble. The grip is going to be there as well. He's dead. Very, very nice gank. The Shadow Blade setting it up. And then Yabster providing the hold. But yeah, I think if they can find the structure and the setup that they're looking for, allow the Jakiro to actually cast some abilities in these fights, I think it'll go much better for them. Something else I'd like to point out is the fact that Spirit Vessel is so good against Strength Heroes. Holy fuck. What is it? Reduces health by 3%. And reduces HP regeneration as well. So pretty good against Strength Heroes. At least I think it is, if I'm reading that correctly. I might be reading it wrong now that I read it again quickly. Ooh, Killaroo is... you're gonna die, son. That's a lot of damage. And Old Toolbelt says, thanks for spotting that one out for me, champ. I'm gonna go top and... yeah. Zip down and push down an entire lane as quickly as you can say, tickety-boo. Roshan is up, however. Will they push while the big man is being taken? I'm not sure what they're afraid of. Maybe the fact that there's whoa. Oh shit! It's funny times. So there's Fierce. He's in the top lane. He's attacking the shit out of this tower as fast as he can. He's pushing as hard as he can as well. Looks like he may even take this tower. He will. What a player. And the Ice Path is going to cancel him out. There's the bash. Sad times. Fierce! Attack the range racks, dude. Just attack the range racks. You're dead. Just accept your... Well, he might actually solo him. No. He'll get bashed. Meanwhile, down here, Riv getting attacked. He's going to get the split off. Input's in there with the Tempest double. Miami is getting quite low. Has the Aegis. So I imagine he'll be fine. Just needs one more right click. He's going to get killed by the neutrals. Oh shit. I can't help myself. Chocolate Magnum's going to die as well. Toolbelt, all of a sudden, 17 charges on the Bloodstone. And, holy shit. I can't even at this stage. He got killed by the... Like, he didn't even toggle it. Like, he could have just toggled it off. God. He was probably thinking, oh, they'll de-aggro here in a second. They'll de-aggro. Oh, boy. Nullifier. Damn, that's a lot of damage for a Weaver. 65 damage, plus you've got Geminate attack. What? That's pretty good. +1 Geminate attack for level 25. Holy shit. That could be good. And it's not like they've come close to killing this Weaver at any stage. He's 13-0. Well, they did come close to that once. And then he time-lapsed it and it was fine. So, 20 strength for the Centaur. Okay. It's boring, but okay. I would have preferred the double-edged damage. Could be good. Especially against a Weaver. You know, very squishy hero. Well, he's generally a very squishy hero. Not so much this game, but... Octarine now finished for the Alchemist. Lower cooldown for the Chemical Rage. And only 5k net worth difference. So, good times. And Fierce is just here in the top lane, constantly pushing this wave in. And it's one of those really, really good things, and annoying things, that you see in these programs. Just the constant pressure through the safe lane. You know, this constant pushing so that, you know, if you do want to take an objective, potentially you're trading here in the top lane. If you're Dire, and, well, this way if you're Radiant. Let's see smoke through the jungle here. They are looking for a fight, and this could be bad for Foxy if they lose a fight here. Need to be careful. Input is out in front, but he needs to be very, very careful. Spag is grabbed by Yabster. There's a grip, and he is very tanky. He's muted for the moment. He gets his Ags off, and he runs straight over the cliff. That gank is over, and the Centaur Warrunner lives to tell the tale. That was quite a few ults committed for the donkey. That looks like Fierce is just going to be hanging top here and going to keep attacking. Plus 250 attack range.
We'll take that.
Needs to be very careful though, because this is just what's going to happen. Nullifier, very good on Weaver actually. Meanwhile, input, top lane. Just gonna push the wave down and well, that's fun.
Oh, yes.
Unfortunate as Fierce dies up there, but it's kind of for the cause right now. They're trying to create a bit of space and trying to keep the pressure on here so that Six potentially can't just run down a lane and play some racks. I wonder if they know that the Aegis has expired. And Good gets the bubble up, gets the silence onto the brew as well. Double gets nightmared. Spag, meanwhile, has gone into for the BOTs. I wonder if this is a sign of split push and pick off. I wonder. Yeah, Bloodthorn now for the Arc Warden. He's certainly starting to gear up, and this Tempest double could potentially kill Yabster if input finds him. Macropire going to de-push the wave. 12 deaths for poor Fierce, but hey, it is what it is, and you do what you got to do. And right now he's playing a very selfless position 4, creating space for his team, keeping his team in it as well. All that damage. You can see input just... Oh, wow! Nearly toasted Miami. Holy shit. That was insane. Also, the -2 base attack time on Alchemist is pretty cool. Moon shards, yo. Moon shards. That's what we need now. More moon shards. It seems to me like whoever gets the pick off is just going to roll down a lane and just racks. Potentially win the game. Just then and there. Game over. Done. Finished. Boom. The Alchemist is going to stun himself. Unfortunate. There is a BKB finish now for Riv. That's going to help him a lot. Especially against the input Bloodthorn. Just going to guarantee that he gets his stuff off. TP Fierce. Quick. No. Not going to TP. Maybe he's baiting. Well, if he's baiting, he's doing a great job of it. Here it comes. Lead the masses. Nearly gets fucked. Indeed, will die. And that is a great change. A great bait. And, well, this could be the Alk as well. He's got a BKB. The BKB is still up. Why doesn't he TP? It's on cooldown. Holy shit. He's in a bad spot right now. They will find him. Will they? Surely they find him. There's the Bloodthorn. Lead the masses. This is going to buy back. It's a little bit late to time-lapse back into the fight, though. Spag is doing the business. And by doing the business, I mean getting murdered. Well, that's hasn't ended up as good as you would think. Toolbelt just couldn't find the Alchemist after the BKB. He juked them out of their shoes. And they're just going to roll down this lane now, and this is really, really bad news. The Jakiro is going to be up, so he's going to be able to Macropire the wave, potentially de-push it a little bit, but really hard work from here. Damn, that attack speed. Oop, Toolbelt's in on lead the masses. So he's going to time-lapse that off. Relatively short cooldown, and there's a tower. Don't know where the Alchemist is, so I can't see him at the moment. He's potentially top. He's he's another BKB charge. River's going to take the racks, and the Pandas are going to finish it off. There's one going to die. That's actually the Weaver. That's a dieback on the Weaver. Yaps is in a world of hurt as well. He's going to die as well. Chocolate Malcolm's going to take the racks, and he's going to die as well. That's 3 down. They don't hold, but they get kills. Riv's going to get sucked back in. The splits down. The BKB is up in 1. He gets silenced. Is he going to BKB? No, he's going to elect to accept his death. And, well. There is a sting in the tail yet. just when you thought the game was over, Fox Youth, all of a sudden, they're barreling down mid. Potentially going to take a lane, especially with the Weaver dieback. He was not supposed to die there. Spirit Breaker is going to buy back. He's the only one with it. The Alk is around. He could send in an illusion. Whoa, there's the big jump from Toolbelt. He's in. He wants it. And the BKB is committed. The overload procs are going through the BKB. Toolbelt is just in. He wants the booty. And he's going to jump back out. The Alchemist will stun himself. And that's just space created right now. This is going to be 2 lanes of racks at least. Maybe even 3. Toolbelt just zipping around. The arcade rune value is insane. Chocolate Malcolm could potentially die here. He might. Oh, the stun from the Basher. Miami. But Toolbelt is just creating space. Input gets the kill with the Spark Wraith. The Manta is going to Manta off the Flux. Input is in and around. Toolbelt zipping around like crazy. I can't follow him. He's moving that fast. The grip onto Input. He's going to die. Miami, he's bashing people up. Here comes the boat. Miami's going to die. He has buyback right now, Yabster. He gets under the Glimmer Cape and runs away. He's going to be fine. Meanwhile, bottom, there are racks being taken. And this, all of a sudden, it just all went to shit. Fierce is going to force them to stun themselves. The Bash has come through. The Bash boys, the Alchemist, and the Brewmaster. But the trades are real. And the trades are very much in favour of Fox Youth, especially now with 3 buybacks on the board. 2 lanes of racks. 2 tier 3s, even a tier 2 up in top. All of a sudden, they've manoeuvred their way into a very, very good position in this game. Roshan is up and on the board. Potentially be taken here by 6. I don't think that an Aegis, well, it hasn't been the answer up till now. They really have struggled to get anything done, and with 1 lane remaining, see Spag already in the lane, pushing it down. Level 25, he's gone the +3 attacks, so +1 attack to get 3 in total. And the Aegis is going to be on the Weaver now. I would have liked to have seen an earlier Ags for Weaver. Time-lapse. Ags time-lapse is just crazy.
Radiant's bottom shrine is under attack.
So this shrine is going to spot out where 6 are on the map. It's going to forego its life, be sacrificial in nature, and well, all of a sudden, Fox, they're in a good spot, but they're on a knife's edge. And at this stage, I think we need to go to buyback status, if I could find it. And the Weaver's buyback on cooldown for a while now. Input is in the base, and this is what the 6 are going to have to contend with for the rest of the game now. This Tempest Double will be TPing in constantly on these push waves and just running at the range racks. It's going to be a very, very hard hold from here. 3 Geminate attacks, god damn. 75 movement speed for the Bane. That's kind of cool. 435. That's a speedy nightmare. 10 health regen for the Spirit Breaker, and he went the 5 armor instead of the 400 night vision. Interesting. The charge speed is so good though. So good. Who else we got? Riv was the other one. What's he gone for? He went the 100 attack speed, we saw that. Plus 15% Drunken Brawler. Whew. Bit reliable. Or 65 seconds cooldown for Primal Split. That'd be very good too. Either way. So here's the Tempest Double pushing again. Has a butterfly finish. Damn, he's getting huge. Surprised if he doesn't yet just turn around and start whacking him. We get stunned up. They're going to have to start spending a lot of abilities to kill this thing, as he is going to hit very, very hard. Leave the masses in potential trouble here. Toolbelt looking for him. Surprised they haven't invested in a gem for the Electric Mexican yet. Meanwhile, Fierce in the top lane, and he's doing that split push pressure thing. He's obviously had the it looks like they're just trying to bait some abilities. Inputs in. Kill someone, dude. Come on. Yeah, that'll do. Wallop him. Space created. He, very hard to deal with this illusion. It's not even really an illusion, it's literally a double. Hence the name. Tempest double. Ah, shit. Okay. Oh, my wrist is hurting. It's game is hard at this stage. Game is hard for me. Game is hard for Foxy. And game is hard for Six as well. Game is hard for everyone. This game sits on a knife edge and... Pierce, what are you up there for? I'm gonna try and get him out, maybe. Oh, he's just creating so much space right now. I think it looks to me like they're just trying to split the map and time out the ages. It looks like that's what the call has been made. Indeed, Toolbelt spams space created. The Alchemist is could be in trouble. So we went 350 spark race damage, so that's 630 damage. Damn. And also the cooldown reduction, which is quite nice. Dropping the Tempest double cooldown. As an occasional Arc Warden player, I personally have bought Octarine Core. Pick up the Octarine Core, cast Tempest double, put the Octarine Core back down. It's good stuff.
Balance the scale.
It looks like we're going to be settling in for the long haul here. Foxy don't want to fight into the Aegis, and Six don't want to commit something without buyback. At least not while it's on cooldown for the Alchemist. The Alchemist is really not done as much as you would expect. It certainly hasn't taken over the game. And Lead the Masses has had a great game on the Weaver, but again, it's not... ooh, yeah, okay. So... the commit was nearly there. Gonna get X back to actually Chocolate Malcolm, and yeah, it's all fine. Mistakes were not made. Ooh, watch this. Tempest double, top lane. No, River's going to beat him to it. Try and de-push this. So instead, Tempest double's going to go bottom lane, and the Midas keeps working, and the net worth keeps accumulating for input. He's still got some slots here. Wonder what he's... okay, he's going to go Hex. So this is going to be so hard to deal with. The problem is that, you know, you just can't take, for example, Yapster and send him to a lane and just be like, yeah, deal with the Tempest double when he rocks up. Like, it just... That's not going to happen. Oh my word! That was a blind jump, and a big jump from Toolbelt. He's toasted most of his mana pool, and Yapster's going to be down. The Arc Warden is stunned up right now. He is in a world of hurt. Miami Rules Mid is going to town on him, but he's in trouble now. He's going to get controlled. He's going to get kited. He's going to get dead. The buyback is there for the Weaver, who also dived. Riv is there. He's going to get his split off. It's very, very late in the fight. The Weaver's going to come back in. Diabster, he's back in the fight as well. He brought back. He's going to get the grip off. No, he's not. It's get blocked by something. I don't know what. Cyclone's going to hit on Killaroo, and that might be where this fight ends. Killaroo's just going to create some space by the looks of it. Time's going to hit. They do have a lot of space. Oh, input's coming back in with the clone. Send in the clones. He's slept up. He's muted for the moment. He's going to get bashed. A little bit unfortunate, but is what it is. And, well, more space created. No buyback on the Alk. Space is there. But unfortunately, just not enough resources to take advantage of it. Toolbelt was out of mana, and, well, input was very, very low on health. They do get away, and you see the base starting to die. Yes, is going to TP back with input and the clone coming in bottom now. Looks like we're not going to see anything get done here for the moment. Heart now queued for the Centaur. He's gone the return aura as well. Damn. Wonder if that's still based on Centaur's strength. Because that was the most silly thing. Like, he gets return, and it's not based on his strength. Sure, that makes sense. input. 15-4-15. He's had a good game on the Arc Warden. Here we go. The jump onto Riv. He has a BKB and that's it. He's going to TP out. He's going to be fine. He also had split if he needed it. BKB is down to 6 seconds now. 12 seconds until the Alchemist is back up. I don't think they'll want to push here. With the game on the line like this, it is still poised. So very, very narrowly. You'd have to think though, Fox can win the next fight. That's going to be the game for them. The fire is going to be there. It's going to de-push that wave one more time. Shiva's Guard for the Storm Spirit. That's going to be nice to some extent. But against a Weaver, it doesn't really matter because it doesn't really slow that much attack. Especially when you've got 3 attacks. God damn, that attack speed though. Ooh, so we have level 25 on the Brain. The Brain? The Bane. And he's got the 25 Brain sap damage heal. As well as a Refresher Shard, so that'll be very nice. He will potentially be able to grip someone for 10 seconds. That would be very, very nice. You can get a full duration grip off, refresh it and get it again. It's going to be fight winning, especially if it's on one of these cores. So they're going to elect to take the Shrine off the map. So we've got 40 damage plus torrent damage plus AoE damage. There's a 50%... Oh, fuck me. 50% Tidebringer cleave. Shit, bruh. I really should have read the patch notes a little bit carefully. 50%, so you cleave 150% of your damage. Damn. Well, there's a fleet. There's like 3 boats. I've never seen it. Please cast, Killaroo. Meanwhile, Fierce here in the top lane, he has his Meteor Hammer. It's the 4 position item of choice these days. Here comes input with the clone. He has his Hex up. I think that MKB is going to be one of the next items so that he can start dealing with these mischances. And, well, that's a Rapier to lead the masses. It's probably a good choice. Because at this stage, things are looking dire for the Dire. Heart ready to go for the Centaur. And here's another Runt. The Refresher Shard. I think that could be good on the Centaur. Get the Refresher on him. So it's going to be on the Kunka. Oh, meanwhile, Fierce is going to get dead. I don't think they want to fight that one. There's only a few heroes there. Input is getting in behind them. He's going to find Riv, who has the BKB. Ooh, very nice play by Riv. Gets out. Finds a nice hidey hole and bails before he could be found. Looks like Input's going to TP back, push this wave back out. A little bit unfortunate. Wave's in a great spot actually for 6. They've got everyone up and all their ultimates ready to go. And with that Refresher Shard as well. This fight could be the fight. Oh, the Hex onto person. Meanwhile, the Alchemist is just perma-stunned. He does have buyback, so he should be okay. Toolbelt has the Aegis, one of the best Aegis carriers. Oh no, he is the best Aegis carrier in the game. Chocolate Malcolm's in trouble, gets X back, and he's dead as well. No buyback on the Spirit Breaker, and I feel like that's game. Alchemist is going to buy back Yabster. He's going to get X'd, torrented. Do they want him? No, they don't want him. Toolbelt getting gripped. It's not really a worry. He has the Aegis. He's going to let Input do his thing. He's starting to deal the deeps. And here comes the Ghost Fleet. There's 2 boats. I counted. There's the 3rd. It's going to hit. And the Panda's going to die. The Bane's already dead. He's out for nearly 2 minutes. The Bane, no buyback. The Brewmaster does have buyback though. And, well, GG is just called 2-0 for Fox Gaming Youth. Comprehensive showing. A tough one in the second, but they come through with the goods, and that is that. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you've enjoyed tonight's cast. Hope that you've enjoyed tonight's game. I look forward to seeing you again next time. If you like what I do, please give me a follow here and on YouTube. I look forward to seeing you the next time the AEF meets here in Dota 2.